Yo, apocalypse, Armageddon, send niggas to ghetto heaven, gunshots from a Mac 11.
School textbooks with this title, all over $100. This is just unbelievably sick. A network inside of the body, cybernetics all working together. Do you know this about Med-64? This is a machine that perps use to collect our brainwaves. Med-64. Let's look that up. Here's Med-64. Look that up. Our brainwaves. Med-64. Let's look that up. Here's Med-64. I'll be putting this in the description box below, and you can look this up too. It's funny, they don't issue licenses for this stuff. Any, person can buy them. So the most sensitive microelectrode array system for in vitro extracellular electropsychology. What is going on here? Where are the checks and balances? So this product is for sale in Japan. Okay? Japan, I just posted a targeted individual who was a reporter, and he was murdered by direct energy weapons there. His wife was shot with them. Also, as she was by his bedside, and he was dying. Med-64 is what is used. They can sit in their cars, etc., and connect 5 or so so-called neurologists to view and look at your brain.
Yeah, see that?
Used. They can sit in their cars, etc.
Now this is why I try to tell y'all this. Y'all just don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few on my channel that listen. The rest of motherfuckers, I don't know what the hell y'all be doing. But look, they can sit in their cars, etc., and connect 5 so-called neurologists to view and look at your brain. I keep telling y'all, these bots is not coming around you for nothing. You see what I'm saying? They've probably been given, the handlers been given these bots to come around you. They got their cell phones, they got whatever other device that they may be using. But this is what they're doing. They're collecting data. Y'all thought I was bullshitting. I done showed you so much information that that's what this is all about. This is a brain initiative program. It's all about data. They want to know what's in your mind. They're collecting brain frequencies, brain waves, the EEG, all that good old shit. You know what I mean? I said it before, Obama didn't pay all that money for the brain initiative program for nothing.
And connect 5 or so.
This is bigger than just some color code, people coming around you with red and blue and pink and, dog stalkers and all that shit. This is different. This is way bigger than that. Way bigger than that.
So-called neurologists to view and look at your brain at the same time. They're within 10 miles of your brain.
You see that? That's why they got to be parked outside or parked behind in the back. Wherever you're at, they're going to be there. If you're at the gym, wherever. They like to do it when you're sleeping. They love when you go to sleep.
They like to do it when you're sleeping. They have used perps to infiltrate us and use us as gatekeepers.
Because they're in your dream.
They have used perps to infiltrate us and use us as gatekeepers. I know almost all of them and have history. I would love to learn what you are showing me right now. This is the type of evidence we need. I'm thrilled to meet you and see this. I own the equipment to find the implants and their FCC license number. UHF, my comments. I can prove a 4G grid is carrying my signals, but I also value Dave Larson's report. Dave calls out ham radios. I know they are used also, so I like to say they use all and every possible platform that carries signals. Okay, so who's Dave Larson? Let's check him out. Here's Dave Larson's page. Mind Control MC, MK Ultra implants and directed energy.
So basically, your frequency been hijacked. That's what's going on. If you're being gangstalked, directed energy, implants, because that's what this is all about. I told y'all I know my situation. I know what's going on with me. Y'all need to find out what's going on with y'all. I ain't got implants. I ain't got. Yes, the fuck you do. If you're being tracked and followed, if they can synchronize with you, they're brain mapping you.
Here is one of many pics of the implant. There are over 45 pages of articles of evidence in the PDF file below. Wow, isn't that just horrific? This is what I have inside me. And so do hundreds and hundreds of other Canadians. Hundreds. I think I'm estimating there's about 1,000 people in that database that I kind of found, and that is matching with other targeted individuals. Okay. So I'm going to go on to this PDF file. So criminal and go on to this PDF. Okay. So I'm going to go on to this PDF file. So criminal and scientific misconduct involving neuroprothesis research funded by NIH, NINDS, NPP, and the Alfred E. Mann Foundation. So these are the equipment tools that she used. You can see this all in the report. In this fellow's body, which would resemble this other person's HSCADA report. So frequencies were picked up in all parts of his body, demonstrating that he had a cybernetic network going on here. So when you have a certain megahertz and frequencies that you can record, or that you obtain, you can look them up on FCC. Now I'm going to move on to the next part of the conversation.
A cybernetic network going on inside your body. Because we ain't nothing but a walking frequency anyway.
And trust me, I've had black cars sitting outside my house for no reason with black tinted windows, looking like government. I literally had somebody with a government tag sitting outside my house before. I know I'm being watched. I get gang stalked and all that. It don't bother me, though. It don't bother me. If they not killing you, then they just trying to make you afraid. You got to understand that. That's what gang stalking is. I get people, I was in the post office just when I got back from Houston. I was in the post office grabbing something out of my P.O. box, and a lady walked in and took a picture of me and walked out. Real talk. Happens to me all the time. I'll be in a line at a store and I'll just be waiting. I'll look over and the person will be looking at me real intensely, then they'll turn their head. And then when I look back at them, they'll walk out the line. Weird stuff like that. You think I care? Either y'all gonna kill me or y'all not. So the fact that y'all haven't killed me, then I know that y'all can't kill me. Because I've been vulnerable. I was in the hospital just a month ago. Fighting pneumonia. I was vulnerable. So my whole thing is I've learned that it's all a fear tactic. You got to get your mind strong in 2022. You know, it's like somebody who talk crazy about you. Let them talk. And if y'all see each other face to face, it is what it is.
Now see, this is my brother Yusuf right here, you know what I'm saying? What he's saying right here is true about, gang stalking ain't nothing but a fear tactic, but you know that there's levels to this shit. Gang stalking is way deeper than just somebody taking pictures of you. All that shit that he talking about, I didn't experience that in the beginning phases. That was in the very, very beginning. I wish it would have stayed at that damn level. You know what I'm saying? Just having, cars parked outside your crib or somebody, taking a picture of you. My shit got worse from that point on. And we talking about 14, 2013, 14, around that time. That's when I started to see the weird shit. Me synchronizing with cars late at night at stop signs. I mean, nobody on the damn road. I'm driving. Me in the car just happened to just stop at the same stop sign, you know, like on a 4-way intersection or some shit. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, how the hell me in this car? Ain't nobody else out here. But that's just this one particular car. You know what I mean? We just, and that right there was like a wake up. I was like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I was like, how is that possible? Started to happen frequently. So how is that possible? And then from that point on, it got worse. So when he said that if they're not trying to kill you, then it don't matter. But see, they are trying to kill you.
Talk. Because I've been vulnerable. I was at the job. And then when I look back at them, they took a picture of me and walked out. I get people, I was in the post office. I've had black cars in my house. All my organizers hitting like before. I know them, and that's what gangstalking is. I get people, I was in the post office just...
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, gangstalking is way beyond just color coding, somebody taking pictures of you, etc., etc. It's way deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? He don't, obviously, Brother Yusuf don't know nothing about the scale of technology, the neurological weapons, you know what I'm saying? You know, all types of other crazy shit that they have.
The FBI is a government agency supposedly intended to protect American civilians from the worst criminals imaginable, from domestic terrorists to serial killers. But who do you run to when the FBI wants you dead? It may seem like the high-concept premise of the latest Jason Bourne movie, but this was actually the terrifying reality faced by a number of political leaders and public figures as a result of COINTELPRO, the FBI's clandestine series of projects intended to bring American activism to its knees. But what was COINTELPRO really? When did it happen? Who were its targets? And what terrifying illegal methods were employed under its purview? There's only one way to find out, but be warned, by the time this video is over, the FBI won't seem like the brave crime stoppers the movies often paint them as. Under COINTELPRO, which stands for Counterintelligence Program, they were responsible for everything from psychological warfare to cold-blooded murder. They were responsible for everything from psychological warfare to cold-blooded murder. They were responsible for everything from psychological warfare to cold-blooded murder, all committed against mostly non-violent individuals.
Now what is, you hear that? Mostly committed against non-violent individuals. You hear counterintelligence program, psychological warfare, cold-blooded murder against mostly non-violent individuals. Wow, who's doing it? Who's doing it? Who's doing it? The FB motherfucking I.
Individuals whose greatest crime was questioning the system. Just how far the non-violent individuals whose greatest crime was questioning the system.
That's the greatest crime. Your greatest crime that you ever done was questioning the system.
Just how far the system will go to silence these questions will alarm and terrify you. Exactly. And at the heart of it all was silence these questions. Crime was questioning the system. Just how far the system will go to silence these questions will...
Just how far the system will go. Anybody that's in the program know what the hell I'm talking about. Just how far the system will go to silence your ass.
Was questioning the system. Just how far the system will go to silence these questions will alarm and terrify you. And at the heart of it all was FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover, who opened a nightmarish Pandora's box of government overreach and illegal domestic espionage. The year is 1956, and the Red Scare is in full swing. You don't need to be an expert in American political history to know that mid-1950s America was terrified of communism. The threat of the bomb loomed large over American psyches, and Soviet spies and sleeper agents seemed to lurk in every shadow. Russia and the West were fighting a culture war, and the U.S. was scared it was losing. When someone is afraid and backed into a corner, there's almost nothing they won't do to protect themselves, whether the initial fear is justified or not. The U.S. needed bold strategies to fight the perceived communist threat growing within their own borders, and J. Edgar Hoover was on the case. He gave his underlings a sweeping directive to expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, or otherwise neutralize any political groups deemed too submersive for the FBI's liking. documents to sow dissent among the party's ranks. You'll come to notice that this is a running theme among the COINTELPRO projects, using psychological warfare tactics to turn groups against each other and alienate their members. To this end, literally nothing was off the table. FBI agents infiltrating meetings and posing as members to cause conflict, intelligence gathering for blackmail and extortion, and even spreading rumors to increase the tension. Though compared to just how horrific and violent their methods would later become, some blackmail and rumor spreading is pretty quaint. While the Communist Party was a perfect training ground for refining graded against TRM, the FBI's in action on a number of incompetence groups, starting with the Southern Dream speech. Here, in 1963, Dr. King gave his iconic I Have a Dream speech during the March on Washington. While generations of people across the world were touched and inspired by this incredible piece of history, the FBI were terrified. Dr. King was dreaming too big for their liking, and they wanted to put him in his place, that place being 6 feet below the ground.
In a world of so much confusion, everyone wants to know, where's God? Where's he at when I need him the most? I've been praying, I've been hoping, and I've been wishing. Through all the capitals of the world, from the highest into the mightiest places, they've been asking that question, even since biblical times. God, where are you? You hope, and you pray, and you hope, and it looks like your prayers are not being answered. And it makes you think, God, where are you? In the book of Psalms, it said that David was depressed. His men wanted to stone him because they returned to Ziklag. All the women was gone. All the children was gone. And it made him ask the question, where is God? From the distant places, all around the globe, and the farthest reaches of this earth. He's powerful. How about you? Maybe it's you that just feel like you want to just give up. The more you read your Bible, it seems like the worse things get. You cried, you hoped. Then you realize that even David had to encourage himself. And you think about all the good things God has done for you. All you have to do is trust in Jesus.
I follow people that do not want to be followed. I'm a reporter. I follow people that do not want to be followed. I'm a reporter. I follow people that do not want to be followed. I'm feeling really sick. I'm hearing a voice. I'm feeling really sick. I'm hearing a voice. You're not real. You were just in my head. Voice. You're not real. You were just in my head.
Together, maybe you can all do a launch or something. Victor, Kenny's dead. Oh, whoa, bummer alert. Just goes to show you, huh? There's never enough time to get out there and make the kind of money you always dreamed of making. Well, I'll tell you what, guys.